Yo, good evening, USA, International, Long Island, aka Strong Island, Canada, International, five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, Queens. This is your man, G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most misunderstood, lonely nomad, unstoppable, independent podcaster, and of course, Queens, New York native, representing Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging out with me on the 257th episode of Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast. I do apologize for not record for the technical difficulties with my Wi-Fi. I couldn't record yesterday, so I couldn't really put it on streaming platforms to be all up in an hour because I have more topics to talk about. But um once again, I had to restart my Wi-Fi because of the fact that um it it basically was acting a little weird, so I had to reset it. So um I just wanted to, you know, put this out there before we even get started. So yeah, without further ado, we're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube, and of course myself alongside myself is the Instagram live feed. So make sure you turn on your notifications and follow the podcast on Instagram as well. And and of course turn on your notifications so you can know when each episode is going to be dropping. And also, um, if you're new to the YouTube channel universe and you miss any new and previous episodes whatsoever, don't worry. I got your back. You have plenty of time to actually do some catching up on the episodes, the new episodes, and everything in between. All you got to do is go ahead and grab that subscribe button on the YouTube channel page, G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes on there. And and of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes and topics. And of course, tap the noti bell along with the alerts so you can be reminded of when the show goes in the air via live stream. And of course, stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Download the episodes, share the episodes, share the videos, and of course, be sure to listen, stream, watch the episodes, and of course, be sure to tell a friend to another friend, and I will handle the rest. Where you could listen to episodes on every streaming platforms at the end of the show under stream choices on the go, which will be the last segment of each episode. So there you have it right there. Hold on. Okay. Um you can also support the show by giving a 5-star rating on Podchaser, Podfriend, Spotify as well. You can also share the episodes on Spotify as well, and along with giving a review of what you thought about the topics, the segments, and and everything in between. And yeah. Also, another way you can support the podcast is through my Cash App right here. Hold on. Yes, my cash app is right there, which is $ G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G lowercase MONEY capital S lowercase TACKZ 555. Once again, you don't need to be from a rich, privileged family. It's all about doing the best you can as a human being on whatever amount of money you choose that you're comfortable with, that you desire, will be appreciated. So there you have it right there. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, let's get into I haven't done this in a while actually. So let's get into a little bit of I haven't done this in a while actually. So let's get into a little bit of mental health check-in, shall we? Yes. And of course, this segment right here is not only about you folks out there, but it's also pertaining to me, myself, and you folks out there that's actually listening right now. Now how I'm feeling mentally, physically, and spiritually, you ask, in this mental health checking segment. So far, well, today has been great. Even though today was a little hot, which was unexpected. Um, it was unexpected. Physically, I'm all right. Spiritually, I'm hanging in there. As far as like getting the elevation and rhythm back and manifestation and stuff. So you know what I'm saying. It's a process. You know what I'm saying. So just you know, bear with me. I'm only human. You know what I'm saying. And had to, I had to really realize that, you know, I had to realize that every, you're not gonna please everybody. It doesn't matter who it is whatsoever. And I wanted to say this out there, because because I for anybody's into their dream careers or anything like that, I just want to say that keep keep it pushing, keep doing what you do, and of course, do you. Don't be afraid to be you. Talk your shit, all the other great stuff right there. So that's just what I wanted to say right there. All right. So there you have it right there. After this plane. Hold on. All right, I'm here. Okay, so let's get into the New York Mass Transit Files right here, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let's get into this first topic right here in transit news and regarding the students, high school. Well, actually, yeah, students. Yes. So the city council passed legislation Thursday that will reduce ferry prices for high school students as well as provide additional help for them in accessing ID and Y cards. Starting next school year, high schoolers will be eligible for reduced ferry fares and assistance by the Department of Education in applying for ID NYC cards. The reduced ferry fare bill, sponsored by Council member Amanda Farias, who chairs the city's Economic Development Committee, mandates that the New York City ferry discounts be extended to the city's high school students. The discounted ferry fare is $1.35 compared to the $4 regular fare. Currently, the reduced ferry fare is available to seniors, people with disabilities, and low income residents via fair fares. That's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty interesting right here. So, end quote, I am proud to be the prime sponsor of Intro 236, which will ensure students have access to our NYC ferry systems and only pay for half price ferry tickets. Farias said in a statement. Let's see. Hold on a second. Yes. This bill will increase transit equity citywide, allowing for more students to take the ferry and economically helping those who already do. ID NYC cards, which are identification cards for New York City residents, are currently available to people at least 10 years old and up, including New Yorkers who are undocumented. As a way to get the cards into more hands, council member Rita Joseph, who chairs the city's education committee, sponsored a bill that requires the DOE to distribute and help high school students access ID NYC information and the application form. The benefits ID NYC card holders have are unmatched, said Joseph said in a statement. With with an With an ID NYC card, students will have access to cultural institutions and more. ID NYC cards offer access to city services and notable benefits such as free membership to the MET, Central Park Zoo, MoMA, Brooklyn Children's Museum, New York City Ballet, New York Aquarium, Metropolitan Opera, and the Apollo Theater in Harlem, New York. While some museums already offer free admission for students and children, free admission might be date restricted or have age cutoff from 12 to 16 years and under, depending on the institution. Hold on. Okay, so the latest ID NYC benefits also include access to the Africa Center, Costco, the Juilliard School, the Cartwright Resort and Indoor Water Park, National Sawdust, The Shed, and Woolman Rink at Central Park. Besides cultural and city benefits, the ID NYC card is also broadly accepted as an official form of identification by city agencies, NYPD employers, entry into public buildings, and for taking the high school equivalency exam. Those with ID NYC cards can also use them to apply for affordable housing online, open a bank or credit union, account at several financial institutions across New York City. ID NYC cardholders can also receive up to 50% off FDA approved prescription medications at more than 2,000 pharmacies across New York City. Food Bazaar supermarket purchases will be discounted 5% when you present your ID NYC at checkout. All right, so next we have transit workers. Okay, so okay. Transit workers gather outside the headquarters of their union, Workers Union Local 100, on Tuesday to demand the ouster of a top official who allegedly assaulted a fellow member critical of the leadership. TW members descended on Union HQ in Brooklyn Heights, calling for the removal of Canela Gomez, a vice president in the Rapid Transit Operations Department who last month brawled with Tremel Thompson, a subway conductor and strident critic of union leadership. The incident, the details of which are in dispute, occurred at the Bedford Park Boulevard B and D subway stop in the northern section of the Bronx on February 21st. Union President Richard Davis told Gothamists that Gomez was pasting posters in the station when Thompson sucker punched him, leading to a melee. Gomez was acting in self-defense. He was sucker punched. He responded to protect himself. Davis told Gothamists, and then he restrained conductor Thompson and directed the police to be called. Both men were ultimately arrested and charged with assault. A TWU spokesperson said that both Thompson and Gomez have dropped charges they filed against each other. The Bronx District Attorney has sealed the case from public view, so a spokesperson declined to comment on the status. The NYPD did not return for a request for comment. Jeez, man. Jeez, that's crazy, man. All right. Um, okay, so let me see where was I. In an MTA incident report from February 21st, a train operator said Thompson had swung on Gomez before the honcho restrained him. But it was Thompson, not Gomez, who sustained severe injuries from the incident, including a broken leg and injuries to his face. His supporters say that Davis was dishonest in his public statements about the incident, and it was Gomez, not Thompson, who initiated the brawl. Richie Davis, our president, said our member attacked the VP. Instead of saying no comment, we're going to wait for an investigation. Chris Drummond, a one-time union vice chair and supporter of Thompson, told AM New York Metro at the rally, forget taking sides. He's commenting against a dues paying member, incriminating comments. The dissenting members say that the union cannot be trusted to negotiate in good faith on behalf of members whose contract expires in May, with Gomez in a top leadership position. They are calling for his ouster. End quote. It's negotiating time. It's our contract right now. Would you let someone who assaulted one of your brothers represent you in contract negotiations? In this pivotal moment, as Drummond, who works as a subway conductor, we want Canela Gomez, the vice president of RTO, to step down. And we want this president to either um, retract his comments to the press or he's got to step down. Allies of Thompson were passing around petitions in an attempt to force TWU leadership to hold a vote on Gomez's continued vice presidency. Thompson is the founder of a caucus called Progressive Action and has frequently been at odds publicly. Yes, publicly with union leadership. In a YouTube video 1 week before the incident, Thompson singled out Gomez as holding water for MTA management, who he says were trying to make rank and file workers remove passengers from soiled train cars without proper personal protective gear. Stop the BS, Canella, said Thompson in the February 14th video. The bottom line is that you guys have to hold management accountable and stop putting the honest on us. Thompson's supporters say the criticism put a target on his back and should make the transit rank and file question those representing them at the bargaining table. It's very important that you all understand where we are right now. We can lose everything, said Evangeline Byers, a train operator who previously tried to run for union president, in remarks to demonstrators outside headquarters. So the attack on Trammell was to silence him, was to get him out of the way so that he no longer exposes management. Byers herself tried to run for president of TWU in 2021, but was denied the opportunity as she had been deemed a member of bad standing by leadership. She sued the union, arguing that designation was made in violation of the union bylaws. Judges have sided with the union, though Byers is still appealing the case. Davis became president of Local 100 in December following the retirement of Tony Utano. He was selected by the union's executive committee rather than by a vote by its 41,000 members, which includes subway and bus operators, cleaners, maintenance crew, and station agents. Gomez declined to comment when reached via phone by AM New York Metro. TWU spokesperson Alan Sally said the union stands behind President Davis' original comments to Gothamists and declined to respond further. The MTA also declined to comment. Thompson could not be reached for comment. Okay. We have some sad story. We have a sad story that we need to get to right here, and let's get to chatting on the jazz right here, man. This one is a sad one right here. Um, oh, okay, chatting on the jazz. Here we go. All right. Um. Okay, we got some sad news involving an actor who played Nipsey from Martin, who goes by the name of Sean Lampkin. And this is from Deadline. Yes, from Deadline right here. Sean Lampkin, best known for his role as bar owner Nipsey on 1990s sitcom Martin, has died at age 54. He died last Wednesday in his sleep from unknown causes, according to friend Marcel Watts. Wow. 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 Yeah. It sucks though, man. But anyway. My friend, my last what is it? Hang on a second here. The hell's going on here? Yes, my friend, my last roommate for 10 years, a father and family man, my brother's skate buddy, business partner, and trainer passed away this morning. R.I.P. Sean Lampkin, Watts wrote. BKA as Nipsey, the bartender on Martin, the pest control man in Bad Boys, the cab driver in Big Mama's House, and the shooter in Life. She added, he was a black belt in karate too. He worked for Martin Lawrence for decades as his right hand man. No Martin without Sean. Um, Memnar Grayton also played also paid tribute. Sean gave us every morning the shining sun to lead his loved ones and friends down paths that are bright and clear of any danger. He gave us streams of love every day when we're not feeling good or we don't seem to want to do anything. He wrote in essence. Stand up guy Tory shared a carousel on Instagram. Yeah, carousel on Instagram of photos of the two comics. Rest in power, brother. My man, hashtag Sean Lampkin has been called home. Hashtag Martin Show. Hashtag Nipsey's. What a underrated, funny, and good dude, wrote Tory. Yeah. Yeah, it really sucks though, man. And it really sucks though. Let's see. Let's see. Speaking of sucking, let's go to Marlon Wayans for a sec. Marlon Wayans jokingly wondered why Jay-Z skipped out on inviting him to the Rock Nation brunch. Wayans chopped it up on the Big Boy Neighborhood radio show recently and joked about not being included on Jay-Z's brunch invite list, saying, I got a bone to pick with Jay-Z. Damn. Wow. Wow. That's really wow. Wow. That's really messed up though, man. All right. Oh man. Oh my god, bro. I got the same bone. Big boy responded. Oh shit. Oh shit. Um what the hell? What the hell? What is this? Wait. What the hell is this? Sorry. Um okay. Yeah. I get in Diddy party all the time. Diddy hit me, I like that. Come through. Ciroc De Leon, take that shot. Come have a good time. Always, Wayne's added. Jay-Z crickets, crickets. Oh shit. Wayne's continued. I be looking at brunch like, how the hell did he get in there? You be having all these worthless ass people in this damn brunch. Despite the snubs, Wayne seems confident that his time is coming. Jay-Z is a funny dude. He listens to the streets. You ever hear that song Streets is Watching? Jay-Z be listening to the streets. So all we gotta do is talk about this. And I guarantee you next year I'm going to get an invite to the shit. And you're gonna be my plus one, Wayne said. I'm lying. He joked. I would take my little man Sean, referring to his 21-year-old son, not his brother, different one. So, let's see. Up next, on the agenda today is, yes. So we need to let me make. Hold on, let me make this clear on something here. Hold on a second. Before I even go on to the next one, let me make sure I get the episode description name. So, um, hold on. Okay. All right. So, of course, the name of this episode right here is "You Got to Love Some of Your Favorite." You gotta love some of the favorite muffins. So, yeah. Um, so let's get into it right here, and this is dedicated to National Muffin Day. um, yeah, National Muffin Day. So, can you think of something more universally loved than muffins? The beloved muffins deserve a day of its own, and for that, we have February 20th. It's National Muffin Day. English muffins have been whipped up in kitchens as far back as 1,000 years ago in Wales. And American style muffins have been around since the 18th century. Muffins are a great breakfast on the run, a perfect substitute for toast during brunch, and an easy treat to make and give as a gift. How are you going to celebrate National Muffin Day? Hopefully by eating a lot of muffins, but we have a few ideas for toasting this particular baked goods. Okay, so the National Muffin Day timeline. Of course, the 10th century early version. Of course, English style muffins originated in Wales. They contain yeast and are cooked on a pan. 1703, Muffin. um, the first round printed reference to the muffin is spelled as muffin. 19th century muffin mania. The muffin grows in popularity in Britain, and muffin factories are set up all over England. November 12th, 1997, the Muffin King. The Muffin Man. Oh shit. The Muffin King. In an episode of Dexter's Laboratory, Dexter's dad goes crazy over muffins. The Muffin King. The Muffin Man. Oh shit. Um National Muffin Day activities. Try a new type of muffin. If you say, oh, hold on. If you saw Portuguese muffins above and a question mark popped up over your head, you are not alone. Known as bolos levados in some places, and Portuguese pancakes in others. These delights are like a sweeter version of English muffins. See if you can hunt some down in your local market. Or if you are feeling ambitious, look up a recipe and get cooking. Make your own muffins. There might be an easier baked good to make. We've even included a few awesome recipes below. The Portuguese muffin takes a bit more effort, but they are worth it. Feeling sheepish? Sheepish, don't. A few simple ingredients and a muffin tin are all you need to make the muffins of your dreams. You can do it. We believe in you. And find the best muffin in town. Talk to your bakery bound friends and consult your favorite app. Hiding behind some storefront near you is your own magical muffin match. Go on a tour of coffee shops and buy a muffin from each. Then cut them up and do a taste test by yourself or with friends. You'll find um, your go-to muffin and get to taste a variety of varieties while you search. Why we love National Muffin Day? They come in so many varieties. There's English muffins, Portuguese muffins, American muffins, and so many hybrid cruffins, cruffins, duffins, muffin tops, and a whole lot more. If you don't love one of them, you are bound to find another that you do. And don't even get us started on flavors. Blueberry, cranberry, orange brand, chocolate chip. There's a muffin for everyone. They are easy to make. Elaborate cakes and pastries are involved affairs. Muffins, though, are a type of quick bread, and as that title suggests, they don't take long to cook. Muffins are so easy to make. You can whip up a batch on a weekday before work or as a friend is on their way over to Gap. Have a buddy in the doldrums. Make some muffins and leave them on the doorsteps. A sure thing for bringing smiles. Yum, yummers. Oh shit. Um, they are fun to eat. Yes, they are. Muffins are like muffins are kind of like Oreos. Everyone has their own way of eating them. Do you go for the stump first or dive straight into the top? Do you split the two and spread butter or jam between and smush the concoction into a muffin sandwich? A muffin sandwich. do you pick off pieces for dainty bites or just stuff the whole thing in your mouth? Oh man. Okay, so it was this year it was on February 20th, which was a Tuesday of this year, 2024, 2025. And next year, February 20th will be a Thursday. And the year after that, 2026, Friday, February 20th, 2027, February 20th, Saturday, and 2028, February 20th, Sunday. Okay. So there you have it right there. Let's go to wait a second here. Um okay, let's go to the New York City street vendor scavenger hunt. Whew. Yes, let's go there. I didn't know this was a thing. I didn't know this was going on actually. So, actually, let me save this. Let me save this one. Actually, let me save this one. Anyway, let's go to the Jeopardy debacle. Oh shit. Oh man, hold on. That's crazy. Okay, we have a little bit of a debacle in the Jeopardy recent episode. So, all right, so this is from the New York Post. Jeopardy has been hit with another head smacking gaffe during Wednesday evening's episode. Contestant Karen Morris made a bad choice with her bet when it came to the final rounds of the trivia show, and she lost big time. Damn, damn. She really, wow. That's crazy, man. Oh shit. Wow. Wow. Okay, that's pretty bad. Oh boy. This is this is the most bizarre shit that I ever heard in my life, though, man. But anyway, ah, man, this is the most bizarre shit that I ever heard in my life, though, man. Like, so that right there, listen, oh man, big time. So Morris was in the lead with earnings of $21,800, while the other players had scored $7,100 and $6,400. Ooh, wow, wow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyway, let's keep going here. So during the double jeopardy segment, Morris opted for a huge bet, $10,000, in an attempt to emerge as the victor of the game. Okay, you should thought better than that, though, man. And now your ass is drowning into debt as far as like anything goes. Like, what were you thinking? That's the thing I'm not really getting though. Like, seriously, like, it doesn't make any sense though. You know what I'm saying? That shit makes no fucking sense to me. But oh man. Ah man, damn, you're drowning in debt, man. Are you for real?
Why don't you look me
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, that's funny. Um okay, so this artist, the younger, was working on yet another portrait of Henry the Eighth when he died in 1543. Host Ken Jennings said in giving her the clue, and the veterinary student, head shaking, struggled to come up with an answer before the time ran out. I'm sorry, Hans Holbein the younger, the painter, Jenny said, to which Morris responded in a whisper, okay. Uh when it came down to the final Jeopardy round, the category American novelist and the Virginia native had just 11,400 to her name. Okay. Wow. Okay, that seems a little decent. That sounds a little decent right there to me. Let's see. Yeah, so um so so the clue. He served with an airman named Johannen in World War II, and despite what readers might think, he enjoyed his service, excuse me. Okay, so the correct answer was Catch 22, author Joseph Heller. And Jennings underscored the importance of Morris' forthcoming response, saying she had a big lead before tangling with that last daily double. She needs to get her. Unfortunately, a blank faced Morris, who has wagered $6,001, wrote Hunter S. Thompson, the gonzo journalist, known for fear and loathing in Las Vegas. With a shrug, she unceremoniously dropped to $5,399 and a third place finish. Fans couldn't help but scoff and roll their virtual eyes at Morris' blunder. Oh wow. And Karen Morris might be the dumbest the dumbest Jeopardy player in history. Oh man. She had a 14K lead with only $2,400 in clues left on the board, and she wagered 10K on a daily double she got wrong. Oh, laughed my ass off. A viewer tweeted, "Oh man, um, welcome to third place and Jeopardy infamy." Added another. One long time watcher chimed in. I've watched Jeopardy regularly for 35 plus years and can't remember anything that's stupid. Hashtag Jeopardy. Someone else wrote, this person made worst daily double bet of all time, costing her sure win and putting her in third place. Who is Karen? Oh shit. Hashtag Jeopardy. But Morris is trying not to take the hate to heart and even responded to and seemingly made light of her on-air mistake on Twitter. Making an appropriate wager requires considering the likelihood of knowing the correct response, which requires assessing your competency in the category, which requires awareness of what the category is, which at the moment I did not have. She shared on Wednesday before adding a final assessment in another post. Ultimately, I did what I did and I had the most fun. And at the end of the day, I'm sorry, Mom. I know you hate that phrase. It's a game. Yeah. It's a game and it's a show and it's a game show, she wrote. Moore's loss was the latest in a string of blunders by the contestants and the show itself. Earlier this week, a contestant mispronounced um, Ewan McGregor's name as Ewan Gregor, which host Ken Jennings permitted, setting her up for a win despite the error. The show also apologized recently when an episode's final scores for players were flashed on screen at the beginning of the show, spoiling the final outcome for viewers. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Please don't fail me now. Okay. In other Jeopardy news, um, what is the wrong answer? Oh man, hold on. Yeah. Wait a minute here. Yes, what is the wrong answer? Fans of Jeopardy were in uproar Monday night when a contestant won the game after mispronouncing um Ewan McGregor's name. um the mayhem occurred after Professor Melissa Clapper answered the $600 question under the Quite the Fish Story category. The force of Lasse Hallstrom was strong to pull in this Scott to play a fisheries expert and salmon fishing in the Yemen. Read the question. Clapper responded almost instantly with Ewan McGregor. Ewan Gregor. Host Ken Jennings permitted the wrong answer without interruption, allowing Clapper to gain an edge over her competitors. However, the force was not strong with Clapper as several of the game show's fans rebuked the answer on Twitter. Tonight, there was a mistake on Jeopardy. The woman in the middle named Melissa said Erin Gregor when really it's Erin McGregor. I played it back twice just to make sure. Snapped one fan. She said she said Ewan Gregor. It's McGregor. Come on, judges. Slammed another fan. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Really though, man. Like seriously. Whew, to get a wrong answer like that, man. That right there. Oh man. I can't help but laugh at this though, but I guess that's what happens when you try to answer the question but in the wrong way. I guess this is what happens right here. Okay. Um let's get all right. All right, let's continue here. So Jeopardy tonight's winner shouldn't have won. She answered Erin Gregor, not Erin McGregor. That guy got screwed, Avira declared. The Post reached out to Jeopardy for comment. This is not the first time the game show has taken a stumble. Oh man. In a recent editing misstep, the show revealed the final scores of the players during host Mayim Bialik's opening monologue. Executive producer Michael Davies later apologized for the blunder on the Inside Jeopardy podcast, saying that the show totally blew it. Oh shit. You think that one's worse? Let's get a look at Wheel of Fortune, the misfortune of what happened. Let's get into it right here, man. This is the misfortune right here that we need to talk about here. And the misfortune. I had to get there. Um okay, the misfortune. So let's get into it right here. So and yeah, and this is also from the New York Post, by the way, in case you're wondering. Pat Sajak offered to buy a road trip. Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak, age 76. I didn't know he was 76. Damn. Offered contestant Henry Braxton the opportunity to go on a road trip after the contestant showed off his great singing voice. Braxton, who is a Louisiana native, was introduced by the longtime game show host Thursday as a trucker, but one with a special talent. Well, it says on your card, and I'm going to take your word for it, laughed the 76-year-old. You have a great singing voice. Braxton nodded in confirmation. I do agreed, Braxton. I could just flat out sing, Pat. Um, Braxton then gave the audience a taste of his musical prowess by belting out a few lines of Donald Lawrence and the Tri City Singers gospel song, Encourage Yourself. The brief musical interlude gained Braxton a round of applause from the audience and his fellow contestants. Braxton went on to have a near perfect game, only going bankrupt once. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Hold up a second, man. Wait, you really got to be kidding me. Really though? Really though? You go bankrupt on a game show like this, like Wheel of Fortune. Like to me that sounds like a damn. First of all, that sounds like an epic fail. It is an epic fail. That sounds like an epic fail to me. Yes, it is. How the hell do you lose? How the hell do you lose money like that? Come on. Like that's crazy, man. Like really though, really. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold on. Sajak, still impressed by Braxton's performance from earlier, offered to take the show on the road. Here's the plan, said Sajak. I'm leaving the show. We're going to hire a couple of writers. We're taking the act on the road. What do you think? Continued the host. Braxton replied with an enthusiastic, "Let's do it." Sadly, Braxton's time on the show ended on a sour note as he failed to solve the final spin within the time limit. Excuse me. Braxton incorrectly guessed having one on my side when the answer to the puzzle was having you by my side. Wow. 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 That's another epic fail right there, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. How stupid can you be? How stupid? How stupid can you be, man? I mean, really. Really. I do hear an icing truck, so um when it comes, I'm going to lower the volume so it don't get involved in this. So um anyway, in the meantime, while I wait for the truck to pass, let's continue. Okay. Sajak also revealed that he had guessed correctly the trucker would have won a brand new Ford automobile. The news shocked Braxton, causing him to yell and jump up and down. It's fine, cool beans. Thank y'all, said Braxton after regaining his composure. The Wheel of Fortune Twitter account later posted Braxton's highlighting reel. BRB, which is Be Right Back, setting up a Kickstarter for Pat and Henry's tour, reads the caption. Several Twitter users also complimented the trucker's voice. He was an awesome contestant. Love his energy, tweeted one user. Henry is a whole vibe. Best episode I've seen all year, said another person. The best. Give that man a show, exclaimed a third. Sajak's offer of a road trip was a nice respite from a slew of awkward encounters the host has recently had on the show. One of these recent encounters, including putting a wrestler in a chokehold. The wrestler came forward saying that he enjoyed it. I love that moment. The player told TMZ on Friday. That was one of the biggest highlights of the show. Oh man. Wow. Okay. Let's see. We'll see. What else do we have? Let me make sure that I don't miss out on anything in particular. So let's go to okay, let's go to what do you say we go to okay, so we got of a little bit of everything out the way. So let's go to um okay. Yara Shahidi, right? Yeah, let's go to Yara Shahidi before we go to the Super Mario Brothers movie. Um Yeah, Yara Shahidi, right? Let's go there right now in our little segment that I like to call um the movie Man Cave Popcorn. Hold on a second. Yes, movie Man Cave Popcorn. All right. So let's get into it right here. Um and yeah, and she talks about representation and yes, sometimes you need representation in certain things, but not in everything though, man. But look, hold on a second, man. Let me just cue everything up here. So yes, here we go. Movie Man Cave Popcorn. All right, so all right, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. Yara Shahidi, for those of you who may know her for best TV show Grownish, is actually talking about representation according to the Vibe website. All right, so Yara Shahidi opened up about her new role as Tinkerbell and representation during an interview with Birdie, published on Tuesday, March 21st. The cover star detailed the importance of her character in the upcoming live action film Peter Pan and Wendy. They wanted to bring some new fun to this classic, but also give us the fairy tale we deserve, she said. It's evident they are not just popping black and brown folks in the cast for the sake of updating the story. Instead, it's about creating a story that so many more people can see themselves in after we've been left out for so long. Yeah. The Grownish star landing the role, traditionally played by a white actress, can be grouped with the talents of her, who recently led as Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast, and Haley Bailey, who stars in the upcoming The Little Mermaid as Ariel. Shahidi and Bailey have been notoriously targeted with racist remarks for their fictional portrayals. Ooh, boy. Wow. Wow. Hold on a second. Man, this right there is just beyond. This shit is beyond me, actually. So you know what I'm saying? This is way beyond me. And I actually talked about this whole Little Mermaid live action remake that Haley Bailey has actually talked about in episodes ago. Actually, that was one of the topics I actually talked about too, which I just listen, man. Look, you never know what a person might be going through, especially trying to audition for a fictional character, which is not real, folks. It's not a real character. It's it's fictional. It's a cartoon. It's a live action movie, I guess. So it's that to me is just crazy though, man. Like wow. Oh my gosh. This is beyond me. Okay. All right, let's keep going here. Um let's keep going here. What's been beautiful is seeing the response to both of our characters and seeing how many people feel included in this fairy tale while also maintaining the magic that we love in the first place. Shared the 23-year-old with the Hollywood Reporter earlier this month. I think oftentimes people think of diversity and inclusion as threatening or jeopardizing the quality of the story instead of seeing how beautifully they can be interwoven together to create something that impacts even more people. That let's even more people into stories that we love. Hmm. Now I'm not sure when that movie. I'm not sure when Peter Pan and Wendy comes out, but you can see the trailer on YouTube. Um, you can see the trailer on YouTube and stuff. All right, so that's where you can actually find it right here. Now we are gonna go to the sequel um to s- to the animated Miles Morales movie Spider-Man, and the sequel is called Spider-Man Across the Universe, and of course um and this is another story from the Vibe website. Miles Morales is swinging back into action with Marvel and Sony Pictures' latest Spider-Man Across the Universe. No, excuse me, Across the Spider-Verse trailer. A new teaser debuted on Tuesday, April 4th, introducing a slightly older Miles Morales played by Shamik Moore, struggling to balance his duties as Brooklyn Spider-Man and his family life. Miles and Gwen Stacy, voiced by Haley Steinfeld, um, join forces again in an animated sequel to save every Spider-Man hero from a new villain's mysterious plan to eradicate the Spider-Verse. Anyone can wear the mask, but how you wear that's what matters. Morales said in the new teaser as he attempts to change his destiny. The new trailer also references Marvel Studios and Sony's live action Spider Man, showing a beginning montage featuring Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland's costumes. Furthermore, the upcoming movie also references the broader scope of the multiverse with Spider Man 2099 and Peter B. Parker alluding to MCU's Doctor Strange and Iron Man. According to Variety, along with Moore and Steinfeld, Across the Spider Verse's cast includes um hold on a sec. Yes. Oscar Isaac, Jake Johnson, Issa Rae, Daniel Kaluuya, Jason Schwartzman, Brian Tyree Henry from Atlanta is in there too. Luna Lauren Valise, Greta Lee, Rachel Dratch, Jorma Tacone, and Shay Wiggum. The film is also co-directed by Kent Powers, Justin K. Thompson, and Joaquim Dos Santos. Sony's animated Spider-Man is co-written by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller and Dave Callahan. Across the Spider-Verse was delayed from April 2022 to June 2nd, 2023. The sequel is set to be released in two parts, with part two, Beyond the Spider-Verse, scheduled for March 29th, 2024. So mark your calendars, folks, for Across the Spider-Verse, June 2nd, 2023. You can watch the trailer on YouTube. And we got another one right here. We have another we have another we have another movie trailer to talk about here. Hold on a sec. All right, we got another movie trailer that we need to get to right here, and this one is from DC Comics. DC Comics has released the trailer for Blue Beetle, the publisher's first Latino-led live-action superhero movie. That shit looks interesting right there. Warner Brothers and DC dropped the visuals on Monday, April 3rd, introducing the world to Jamie Reyes and his family as they uncover the ancient scarab. The trailer soundtrack by Little Uzi Vert's I Just Wanna Rock shows the sapphire insect binding itself to Jamie's spine before the college student transforming into the Blue Beetle. Zolo Mariduana, who stars as Reyes, spoke about the superhero live action project at a private trailer screening in Los Angeles. He states, I have the jitters, he told the media. Remez Remezcla reports. Every time I see the trailer, I get so excited to be able to finally show it to all of you. It's a pleasure. It looks sick. Watching it with you guys, it felt different. He continued. It felt like the first time I saw it. To come through this journey together is something we have never seen before in superhero movies. That really is the beating heart of Blue Beetle. It can't happen without the family. Um, Blue Beetle stars Mari Duana, Bruna Race, um, Race Maya, Avia Harvey Gulian, no Gullin, George Lopez, and Susan Sarandon. You can watch the official trailer above. Um, In the comic book, Reyes is the superhero's third and most recent variation. He made a debut in Infinite Crisis #3, published in February 2006, and was created by Keith Giffen, John Rogers, and Coley Hamner. Since the character's creation, the El Paso, Texas hero has appeared as a member of the Teen Titans and starred in 2 solo series. Furthermore, Reyes is the only Blue Beetle iteration made by DC Comics. The 2 other variations, Todd Cord and Dan Garrett, were created by Carlton Comics and acquired by DC. So let's see. Does it have a release date? Yes. So the release date, of course, mark your calendars, is going to be August 18th of this year. That's in the summertime, August 18th. So mark your calendars so you could, for all you Latinos out there that's interested in watching the Blue Beetle movie, as well as the cast, August 18th, 2023 is when the movie's going to be coming out here. All right. So let's see. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yes. Oh, yes. I'm gonna actually get to, yes, let's get to all right, so let's get to a little thing, of course. All right, let's get to the #1 movie that recently came out. And you know where I'm going with this, though. Yes, you know what the sound means. You know what the sound means. The Super Mario Brothers is the #1 animated movie that reached #1 in the box office. I have to say congratulations, man. This is a lot different from the live action movie. And before I get into this though, man, of course, John Leguizamo was a little upset of the fact that that he was a little upset because they didn't include Latino characters. But you have to remember, you got to remember something though. These are two plumbers. These are two Italian plumbers from Brooklyn, New York. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it will make any sense for a Latino actor to be playing one of the Mario brothers in an animated version. Actually, it's animated, it's different. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows that the original Super Mario Brothers live action one was it flopped in the box office. This one is a little different. Let's get into the details right here. So, let's break this down from Deadline. Illumination, Nintendo, Universal's The Super Mario Brothers movie has made history with the biggest worldwide opening ever for an animated title at $377. Hold on. $377.5 million. Wow. Of that plum puzzle result, an estimated $172.8 million comes from the international box office. Woohoo! Indeed. Oh man. Wait, do I have that? Let me see if I have. I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have that sound effect, but let me hold on a second. Hold on a minute. Let me see. I don't think I wait. Hold on.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Okay.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
All right.
Woohoo!
We're good with this. Yes. Yes. Of course, it's very exciting to it's very exciting though, man. Yes, woohoo indeed. The movie just took off with audiences and four quad to boot. We're now looking at a potential $1 billion worldwide grosser. Ooh. Ooh, that's gotta be fun, man. That's gotta be fun though, man. And you know, that has to be fun though, man. Hold on. It's about to reach $1 billion. One like $377 $377.5 million. Wow. Yes. 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 The Mario Brothers movie got its coins, man. Most definitely. And I have to do this actually. Um I gotta do this though, man, because it's very important that I actually do this right here, right now. All right. Oh man. Fans are loving it, and it's expected to have strong legs with no clear competition in the marketplace going forward. We listed global milestones yesterday, Kosi, but it bears repeating that This is the biggest worldwide opening for animation ever, and that's of 2023 best for illumination ever, biggest video game adaptation ever, and in just the first frame in is fully the fourth biggest Hollywood animation globally since the Slamdemic began. Uh, some of the other milestones include the biggest animated opening of all time in 10 markets, the biggest video game adaptation opening ever in 44 markets, the the biggest Illumination debut in 30 markets, and the biggest Universal bout in 12 markets. Wow. Plumbing down to international markets, Mexico is just insane. With $27.4 million, it hit the third biggest opening weekend of all time. Universal's best and animated best. The UK follows with $19.6 million. Illuminations best and tops for a video game adaptation, among other records. Germany grossed $14 million. China, amid met reactions to Hollywood movies in general of late, did $12 million, including the biggest opening day for a studio animated title in the Slamdemic era. France paid $10.4 million across the opening and made Mario the biggest animated opening since the start of the Slamdemic, biggest opening for a video game adaptation, and second biggest Illumination opening of all time. Other stellar starts include the following: Australia, $8.3 million, Italy, $7.9 million, and Brazil, $6.9 million. Wow. In IMAX, the global weekend was $21.6 million. International was $5 million, with a record opening for an animated title in 22 markets, including UK and Ireland, Germany, Sweden, and Netherlands. It also achieved the animated title record in every single IMAX market across Latin America, including Brazil and Mexico, and delivered the all-time IMAX opening record, all titles in Argentina, Chile, and Colombia, among others. All right. Let's see. Yes, it also achieved the animated title record. Um, it also achieved the. It also achieved. Let me see. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where did I leave off? Um, it also achieved the animated title record in every single IMAX market across Latin America, including Brazil and Mexico, and delivered the all-time IMAX opening record in Argentina, Chile, and Colombia, among others. There's a play ahead with Korea and Japan yet to open. New this weekend was also Air, the Ben Affleck directed movie from Amazon, which Warner Brothers is handling overseas. With $10.5 million from 59 markets, its global start is $30.7 million. An additional 15 markets are still to come, including Holland on April 13th, and the rest of the Middle East later in April. Australia was first among grosses at number 3 with $1.6 million, 28% above The Big Short, 17.17, excuse me, 74% over Moneyball, 156% bigger than Spotlight, and 265% above King Richard. In the UK, the number 4 launch brought in $1.4 million at 47% bigger than King Richard and 264% above Moneyball. Ireland's share of the box office was an excellent 20%. An increasingly strong Italy gave Air a number 2 start with $1.1 million, well above comps, including 172 over King Richard. Mexico grossed 992K above comps and performed well in sophisticated venues with all the top 10 locations coming from VIP theaters. Yes, $992,000. Yes. And Spain dunked $889K ahead of King Richard by 57%. Screen Gems The Pope's Exorcist, starring Russell Crowe, opened overseas to $12 million in 43 markets. The film is tracking 46% ahead of The Right, 7% over The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and on par with Ouija Origin of Evil for the same group of markets at current exchange rates. Leading play was Mexico at $2.5 million. Spain launched to $1.3 million, followed by the UK and Brazil at $1 million each. $1 million each. India bowed to 585K, the biggest opening for a horror movie since 2019. Lots more play to come with Italy, North America, France, Korea, and Japan ahead. In holdover business, Lionsgate's John Wick Chapter 4 picked up another $21.5 million from 75 markets. The overseas QMA is $159 million with global now over the 3-century mark at $306 million. The UK gross is $15.6 million, followed by Germany $14.1 million. What is it? CIS $11.2 million. Wait, Sicily? Yeah, I think that's what CIS stands for. Sicily, I think. Yeah, and Australia and Mexico at $11 million each. Last weekend's opener, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, saw a 45% dip in the sophomore session with $15.5 million across 61 markets. Overseas sits at $61.8 million for $124.1 million worldwide. The UK and China are tied at $9.4 million apiece, followed by Mexico at $4.6 million, Australia at $4.2 million, and Germany at $4 million. France and Brazil released next week. Yeah. And of course, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, $2.9 million international weekend, 78 markets, $71.9 million international QMA, $128.5 million global. Creed 3, $2 million international weekend, 67 markets, $114.7 million international QMA, $268 million global. Scream 6, $1.6 million international weekend, 54 markets, $57.8 million international QMA, $161.6 million global. previous Saturday update, Illumination, Nintendo, Universal's The Super Mario Brothers is plumb insane with a projected 5-day global opening of $368 million. That gives the Bros bragging rights to the biggest ever worldwide debut for an animated title. Currently, the international box office portion of that is estimated at 173 from 70 markets. This is the biggest animated opening of all time globally, ahead of Frozen 2, and clearly best for this year so far, as well as Illumination's top debut ever, passing Minions and Despicable Me 3 in like opening markets, and Despicable Me 2 and the previous biggest reported global weekend at $208 million. What's more with this debut for the Mario Brothers, Illumination crosses $5 billion in international box office across 13 films and $8.45 billion worldwide. Wow. And for the markets at today's dollars and including previews, the international Mario Brothers opening is the biggest Illumination opening of all time, the biggest animation opening of all time when excluding China, and the number 2 biggest animated start ever for Hollywood when including China, just 13% behind Frozen. More milestones, sure. The biggest video game opening of all time, passing Warcraft at $210 million reported, and in like markets, and the number 4 biggest Universal Day and date global opening of all time, behind Fast and the Furious 8 at $543 million, Jurassic World at $525 million, and Fast and the Furious 7 at $398 million. Overseas, the biggest opening of 2023, ahead of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania at $117.1 million, the number 2 biggest animated opening of all time, behind Frozen at the $228.2 million. Illumination's best start ever and the number 4 biggest Universal Day and date opening of all time, behind Fast and the Furious 8 at $444 million, Jurassic World at $317 million, and Fast and the Furious 7 at $250 million. Well, and damn. The Super Mario Brothers continued its plunge into international box office markets on Thursday with an added $27.6 million, lifting the offshore cume to $62.5 million, including domestic first 2 days. The worldwide total is $120.7 million. This portends an overseas debut of $160 million and a global start over $300 million. Bow Wowzer. Leading play so far is Mexico with $11.4 million, higher than the full opening weekend of any April animation, while also topping the full openings of Frozen 2, Aladdin, and Finding Dory. UK and Ireland delivered another record-breaking day on Thursday with $3.8 million from 2,500 screens, biggest Thursday box office for an animated title ever, and second biggest Thursday ever for a Universal title, behind only No Time to Die. The 2-day cume is $8.6 million, which is above the entire 3-day opening weekends of Sing 2, Sing, Aladdin. I'm not sure what that is. So HTTYD 3, Sonic 2, and Frozen. China reached $5.3 million on Thursday. Scores are good, but the market is soft for Hollywood, particularly versus competition. Germany's strong start continued on Thursday, reaching $5.2 million, higher than any April animated or family films full opening weekends and topping the 4-day weekends of Frozen, The Jungle Book, Minions, Rise of Gru, and Incredibles 2. Wow. Wow. And yes, so Incredibles 2. Wow. Spain delivered another $1.8 million from over 1,000 screens on Thursday with 60% market share. School holidays are in effect in the majority of the country, and the running total has now reached $4 million ahead of Friday's standard release day. Mario's 2-day is already above the full 3-day weekends of Incredibles 2, Minions, The Rise of Gru, Toy Story 4, and Finding Dory. Scoring also and beating comps are France, $2.7 million, Central America, $2.7 million, Italy, $2.6 million, Australia, $2.3 million, and Brazil at $1.8 million. The Thursday gross was the third biggest opening day of all time for an animation, the biggest for Illumination and Universal, the biggest for any April animation, and the biggest for a video game adaptation. Of course, previous Thursday with numbers now in for the 44 overseas markets that opened on Wednesday. Illumination, Nintendo, Universal's The Super Mario Brothers movie had more than Peachy debut with $34.7 million through yesterday at the international box office, combined with Wednesday's domestic bow. The global one-day total is $66.4 million. Several milestones records were set in markets around the world on opening day and overall when comparing Super Mario to standard opening days. It had the top animated launch day ever in 11 markets, including Germany, Spain, Argentina, Central America, and Austria. The Aaron Horvath, Michael Jelenic directed film will clearly be well over early projections of $100 million internationally through Sunday. Mexico led play on Wednesday with $5.9 million, the biggest debut for a Universal title ever, and second biggest animation opening day of all time behind Toy Story 4. The UK grossed $4.8 million, the best animated opening day ever, biggest overall of 2023, and Universal's top Wednesday of all time, ahead of both Fast 8 and No Time to Die. Next up, China delivered $4.7 million on Wednesday versus the $4.95 million estimate from yesterday, and see below. The QMA through Thursday is $5.4 million, which is not reflected in the above totals. Still, Mario set the biggest opening day for Hollywood animation since the start of the pandemic in 2020, as well as the second biggest opening day for a studio title in 2023. Its 9.4 score on um, Myonian is the best for an animated Hollywood title across the past 5 years. Wow. Wow. So overall, man, I gotta say, man, hold on a second. Overall, I gotta say, man, like, um, who knew that the Super Mario Brothers movie, the animated film, was gonna actually pull this off? And you know what's really crazy though? I have to say, man, that this animated movie cartoon actually did better than the live action movie, to be honest with you. And I only say that not because of the casting or whatever, but I think Chris Pratt actually did a good job pulling off playing Mario, even though he's not Italian. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's all about doing what you can to pull off playing the fictional character. It's not a real character, okay? This is a fictional character. And yeah, and I get why John Leguizamo was upset as far as like, you know, you know, diversity as far as like, including Latinos and stuff like that. But these but the story is basically Italian plumbers from Brooklyn, New York, man. You know what I'm saying? I just feel, seriously, I just feel like sometimes, people have, you know, high expectations. And sometimes, people think, oh, because a person is a certain ethnicity means that you automatically are going to get um the role. They go for well-known people. They don't really go for a lot of people that's not well known, You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take, man, on that issue right there. But anyway, man, I haven't done this segment in a long time. So luckily I have enough time. And this is the TV show checkouts, man. Let's get into it right here, right now. And of course, speaking of John Leguizamo, he has a docu series, which I will get into after. So here it is. Here it is. TV show checkouts. Let's get into it right here, right here, right now. So earlier, John Leguizamo was on Good Day New York, and he had a docu series that's going on MSNBC, and this is from NPR. John Leguizamo, let me get that out of there. Yeah, John Leguizamo has appeared in 100 films, produced more than 20 films and documentaries, and made dozens of TV appearances after decades in the business. Leguizamo says Hollywood still underrepresents Latino artists, and their contributions to American culture are often overlooked. Yeah, he's right. He's right. Leguizamo's talent for playing a range of characters has led to roles from Tybalt in the 1997 film Romeo and Juliet to Toulouse-Lautrec in Moulin Rouge in 2001 to a past his prime action hero in 2022's The Menu. He's also the voice of Gore Koresh in the Disney Plus series The Mandalorian, Sid the Sloth in the Ice Age movie franchise, and Bruno in Disney's Encanto. In a new MSNBC docuseries, the Emmy-winning actor and producer travels to cultural hotspots in New York, Miami, Florida, Washington, D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, and Puerto Rico in search of what Leguizamo calls exceptionalism in the Latino community. There's so much wasted Latin talent in America right now. It breaks my heart to see all these beautiful dreams squandered. Leguizamo told NPR's A. Martinez. Breaking through inequalities after pitching stories to production companies for 40 years without a green light, Leguizamo says he abandoned an idealistic belief that talent will out. Instead, he tells Morning Edition that Latino artists must be more aggressive so their voices break through. And he points to how research for a one-man show on the Latino community's contributions to American history made me want to make noise. Now I want more. Now I want now I feel more entitled. Now I feel like we deserve. I'm not going to accept no for an answer, says Leguizamo. The new series Leguizamo Does America. Hold that thought. Okay. Yes, the new series Leguizamo Does America features his encounters with artists from dancers and directors to architects and activists. We sit down, we commune with a great Latin meal, and some of us do a little Latin dancing, and we share. We talk about what it's like to be Latinx in America at this time. Leguizamo says inequalities persist, and members of the Latino community must be much more aggressive. Leguizamo says that things are not changing and they need to change now, but members of the Latin community he visited maintain a very positive, hopeful attitude. It's happening. People are listening. They are paying attention and they realize that there's a void and that it needs to be filled with Latinx. Okay, so and he did an interview, of course. So let's get into the interview highlights. On working on it and underrepresented community in Hollywood. I've been pitching for 40 years to Hollywood and nobody greenlights any script you write. I could write like Shakespeare, but if you had Latin characters and a Latin name, they weren't going to greenlight it no matter how amazingly brilliant it was. And I didn't know that because I was naive and ignorant and I thought America was a meritocracy. You know, I was idealistic back then, thinking that talent would out, but it doesn't. On discovering Latino exceptionalism in America, that gives you confidence. That gave me confidence. It gave me power. It made me much more political. It made me much more outspoken. It made me want to get loud. It made me want to make noise. And that's what we got to do. On fighting for more Latino representation in Hollywood, I feel like there's a lot of Latinx out there who are organizing, who are doing grassroots, and you see all these other Latinx people who are creators who are coming up with Latin stories and want to see more plays. I was just in New York at the Public Theater and I was doing a workshop, but there were like four other Latinx workshops. I had never seen so many Latin creators in one room, and we all hugged each other and talked and celebrated and high five. It's happening. People are listening. They're paying attention and they realize that there's a void and it needs to be filled with Latinx. Okay, you can check out Leguizamo Does America on MSNBC. I think it's on. Wait, yeah, I think it's on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, it might be, yeah. So check your local listings, man. Check your local listings for the air date. All right. Okay. Okay, let's go to the April documentaries on TV. Okay, so let's go to let me see, let me just let me see. So I'm gonna pick the the TV documentary or docu series, however you call it, um on here. So we have City Confidential, Hunters Chasing the Unknown. We have there's um obviously there's let me see here. There's more. Um there's more. Um uh there's oh man. Um so most recent one is Eva Longoria searching for Mexico um on CNN actually, and another one is and another one is let's see um Fatal Attraction, which recently came out, and of course obviously there's let me see what else. There's Accident, Suicide, or Murder. Oh boy. Oh boy. And of course there's let me see. Let me just make sure I um let's see. Last Chance U is one of them. Let's see. There's another one actually. There's hold on a minute here. Hold on. There's also let me see. Yeah, there's action, on Showtime. There's um, let me see. Um, Last Chance U, yeah, the basketball documentary. I just mentioned that. Um, there's uh, there's also um, let me make sure that I get that. What the hell? Let me see. Phoenix Rising. Yeah, it's Phoenix Rising. Actually, sorry about that. Um, Phoenix Rising and whew, Jury Duty. Hang on a second. Yeah, Jury Duty. That's not. Wait. Yeah, Jury Duty. Um. So, Pretty Baby. I'm not even gonna go to. I'm not even gonna go to the conspiracy theory shit though, man. No, thank you. Um. There's let's see, The Last Dance, a 10-part documentary event. So there it is right there. Let me see. Let's see. There's The Next Thing You Eat. There's what else? Emergency NYC. Um um let's see. The Defiant Ones. Don't fuck with cats. Oh man. Oh man, that's crazy. Um there's also um um there's Outcry, um Redefined, and let's see, Breakpoint. Um okay. Yeah, I could look up some more docu series for yourselves too. So let's get into the very, 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 very last TV show for you to check out here. And this is regarding we need to talk about Rory Culkin. Okay. All right, and this is from Pop Buzz. All right. So so the Prime's new TV show Swarm has multiple shock moments and fans are losing it over Rory Culkin's nude scene in episode 1. Inspired by Stan Culture, Swarm tells the story of a young woman named Dre whose obsession with a fictional singer results in her committing multiple murders. Dre's favorite pop star, Nyjah, is based on Beyonce, and many of the show's storylines are based on real events. Swarm has received critical acclaim for Dominique Fishback's incredible performance as Dre. Swarm has also ha- Swarm also has multiple brilliant guest stars, and it's Rory Culkin's appearance that truly captured the internet's attention. In episode 1, Dre goes to a club after a fight with her sister Marissa. Here she meets a man played by Rory Culkin. Dre goes home with Rory's character, and the following morning, she wakes up to find Rory's character naked in front of her, offering her strawberries. And the screen then cuts to a close up of a glass bowl of strawberries pressed against Rory's penis. Oh man. Naturally, viewers were shocked by the scene. One person tweeted, they put Rory Culkin on Swarm all of 5 minutes just so he could show his dick next to a bowl of strawberries. Damn. Damn. Damn, son. Wow. Wow. Oh man. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Oh
Yeah, I know that, right? That Oh man. Yeah, that's crazy though. Um, oh shit. I can't, man. This. Oh man. Naturally, viewers were shocked by the scene. One person tweeted they put Rory Culkin on Swarm all of 5 minutes just so he could show his dick next to a bowl of strawberries. Another added, I screamed seeing Rory Culkin in Swarm, and then screamed 30 seconds later seeing the bowl of strawberries. I'm obsessed with the show already. It's worth mentioning. Hold on a minute here. Um, it's it's worth mentioning that as the scene cuts from Rory's face to his penis, it's very likely that a body double was used for the full frontal moment. They put Rory Culkin on Swarm all of 5 minutes just so he could show his dick next to a bowl of strawberries. Oh man. Oh man. That's crazy. This is crazy, man. What many fans may not realize, though, is the scene is inspired by one of Swarm co-creators, Donald Glover's Real Hookups. Yes, talking to Insider, Donald's fellow co-creator, Janine Nabers, said, and quote, Donald told this very funny story about a girl who he really liked and how after they hooked up, he was standing there with a bowl of cherries, just like, hey. Janine continued and quote, she was like, so not into it because it's so weird to hook up with a guy that you barely know and then wake up with him holding a bowl of cherries. Yeah, that's true, man. So, of course, you can check it out on yeah, you can check it out on Amazon Prime. All right. In other Swarm news, yeah, yeah, co-creator Janine Nabers. Janine Nabers and Chloe Bailey have nothing but love for Malia Obama's writing on Swarm. During a conversation with Entertainment Tonight, Neighbors spoke about Obama's time on the Amazon Prime show and revealed that she brought some of their wildest ideas to the table. Some of her pitches were wild as hell, and they were just so good and so funny. Neighbors said, speaking of the Harvard grad, she's an incredible writer. She brought a lot to the table. She's really, really dedicated to her craft. Um, Ahead of the show's premiere, Chloe spoke to the Hollywood Reporter about meeting the Chicago native for the first time when they were younger and praising the creative force she's become. I remember in passing, we see each other like at the White House Easter egg roll. And the multi talented star recalled, her mom, Michelle Obama, has always been so warm and welcoming to my sister Haley Bailey. And so seeing her again as we were older and evolved into women and owning ourselves and our creative minds, it was cool. It felt like a group of girlfriends when we were on set. Um, Malia Obama lent her pen to Swarm's fifth episode entitled Girl Bye, which she co-wrote with Janine. However, the 24-year-old shredded herself in secrecy, crediting herself as Malia Ann. Girl Bye picks up halfway through the series of 7 episodes with a focus on Dre, played by Dominique Fishback, and includes surprising narrative twists that blur reality and fantasy. The new psychological horror series was created by Neighbors and Donald Glover, who created Atlanta, and stars Chloe Bailey, Billie Eilish, Damson Idris from Snowfall, Paris Jackson, Kiersey Clemens, Ricky Thompson, and of course, Fishback. Swarm tells a cautionary tale of fandom turn obsession that turns deadly on for a pop star's biggest stand. All right, so you can check that out for yourselves on Amazon Prime and everything in between. So let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, now we can go to things to do for the 3-day weekend. All right, hold on. Okay, let me start off with the street vendor scavenger hunt. All right, okay. This spring, hit the streets and explore the city by joining the street vendor scavenger hunt. The NYC Street Vendor Scavenger Hunt is an annual citywide adventure in which New Yorkers and tourists alike sign up to complete fun challenges while meeting the street vendors who make our city unique, trying new foods, and competing to win prizes, all while supporting NYC's only street vendor organization. How to play? This year's scavenger hunt will run from May 6th through May 31st, 2023. To play, teams of up to 5 register to compete in this um family friendly scavenger hunt. Registered teams will gain access to a mobile app, unlocking challenges that test their street food trivia skills, require trying new foods, and will send them across the 5 boroughs. All right. They'll be prompted with questions like what's in the halal cart white sauce. Get the recipe from a vendor or and visit plus take a picture at the largest produce market in the country. Teams can join the opening and closing ceremonies or sponsored street vendor walking tours to meet vendors and explore the city. Each team can upload photos as they complete the missions, competing to be crowned street vendor scavenger hunt champion. Calendar of events. Of course, registration launch already started Thursday, April 6th. Teams can officially register online to participate in the scavenger hunt. Opening ceremony Saturday, May 6th at 12 p.m. in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, New York. Celebratory event to kick off the scavenger hunt in a neighborhood filled with street vendors and diverse offerings. The game goes live. Walking tours teams have the option to join walking tours led by SVP to meet street vendors and learn about their work. Saturday, May 13th at 1 p.m., Fordham Road, the Bronx. Wednesday, May 17th at 1 p.m., Zuccotti Park, Manhattan, New York. Friday, May 19th at 6 p.m., Jackson Heights, Queens, New York. Closing ceremony, Saturday, June 4th at 12 p.m. Location to be determined. Teams gather for a festive celebration where winners are announced and prizes awarded. All events are optional. So there you have it right there. Now I'm going to pick out some stuff for the weekend. Let's get to that. I'm going to pick out some stuff for the weekend. Let's get to that right there before I even forget. Before I forget though. Okay, things to do for the weekend. Let's take a look here. And this is from April 14th to the 16th. Let's get into it right here. Sorry if I can't get to California. I'll get to it next week. So today, April 14th, which is today, Friday, April 14th, a book making workshop and an interactive workshop where you learn to make books of recipes and remedies, learn to bind different books and make beautiful prints. Supplies are provided, centered on the square, 20 Washington Square, North Manhattan, and it's already a free event. It's a free event actually. Poster House Spring Exhibitions. Poster House, the first museum in the United States dedicated to the global history of posters, announces the opening of its two main exhibitions for the spring season: Black Power to Black People, branding the Black Panther Party, and Made in Japan, 20th century poster art. Both will run through September the 10th, located at 119 West 23rd Street, Manhattan, New York, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., $12 for adults and $8 for students, veterans, and seniors. Free admission on Fridays. Free admission on Fridays. Wow. Okay. Free admission. Okay. All right. Okay, tomorrow, tomorrow, April 15th, which is a Saturday, Watson Adventures Secrets at Central Park Family Scavenger Hunt. Join Watson Adventures on a unique scavenger hunt for families in Central Park. Kids and adults work together to explore the park below 72nd Street. The game is played on smartphones using our browser-based app. Kids must be accompanied by an adult. Advanced purchase is required. Central Park, 81st Street, and Central Park West, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. $17.50 to $21.50. And that's gonna cost you out your pocket, actually, unfortunately. And And yes, so next is Cottage Roll Curiosities. Shop the roll at Cottage Roll Curiosities, a community artisan market at Snug Harbor featuring over 50 Staten Island vendors plus music, entertainment, food and more. Enjoy new vendors and attractions on the third Saturday of each month. Snug Harbor Cultural Center and Botanical Garden is located at 1000 Richmond Terrace, Staten Island, New York. From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is free. And lastly, April 16th, which is a Sunday, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Join the 92nd Street Y for a musical retelling of the Bard's beloved comedy. The show is full of original songs and choreography that makes Shakespeare fun, accessible, and inspiring. For families with children and teens ages 7 plus. Um, the 92nd Street Y is located at 1395 Lexington Avenue, Manhattan, New York. Starts from 10:30 a.m. to noon and 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m., which is going to cost you $20. Um, and finally, kids cooking class at Malibu Farm, New York. Enjoy an interactive cooking class and brunch with Malibu Farm, New York's founder, Helene Henderson. Kids who sign up will be able to make Malibu Farm, New York's delicious homemade French toast while enjoying brunch. Malibu Farm, New York is located at 89 South Street, Manhattan, New York, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. and it's going to cost you $75, which is out your pocket. So there you have it right there, folks. And before I even wrap up, man, I want to make some noise for the Super Mario Brothers movie that made it to the number one box office. The animated cartoon film, man, which actually pulled off more than 377 $377 million actually, and it's on its way to $5 billion. Yo, that's really really awesome right there. Let me let me make some noise. All right, some more noise. Let's make some more noise for the movie. All right, I'm about to wrap up here right here, man. All right, yeah, this is about to be it right here. So let's get to the last segment of the night, which is stream choices on the go, man. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Y'all folks know what you have to do. It's your turn to do your part. You at home, it's your turn to do your part. If you like to support this podcast, you can go ahead and show your love by following Off the Meat Rack Chainz New York podcast on Facebook alongside with Instagram, and of course my other two shows right there, which is Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, and the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast is also on there, as well as myself, G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Turning your notifications so you can be reminded of when each episode is going to be dropping, any postponements and all that other stuff whatsoever, and when I'm going to be on Instagram Live on separate podcast show pages. So be on the lookout for me so you can see me and watch me in action. And if you are on Instagram Live, don't be afraid to actually chime in on the topics that I am going to be discussing, all right? You don't need to be afraid, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be afraid. So there you have it right there, man. And if you go to the link in bio, I am going to actually break down where you can listen to the episodes on every streaming platform. As you go on to the link that says linktree/GMoneyStacks555, you're going to see a whole list of all your streaming platforms and everything else in between. So you can download, subscribe, like, and you can do everything in between. So starting with Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Bullhorn FM, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podhound, Podopolo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Podcast Guru, Podvine, Spotify for podcasters, formerly known as Anchor, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcast. And you don't need a credit card or debit card to download iHeartRadio or any of the apps that I just mentioned right here. And you make sure you follow Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the Sports Edition show, Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show, and of course this podcast platform right here, which is the New York podcast platform right here. So make sure you subscribe, make sure you do everything in between, and of course do the same for YouTube right here, man. Make sure you grab that subscribe button for me on the YouTube channel page of G Money Stacks 555. Click on the naughty bell along with alerts so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, alongside with leaving a like and a comment, and along with the topics that's being discussed. More video content, upcoming episodes, previous episodes. Download these episodes. Share the episodes. Share the videos. Listen, stream, watch the episodes in case you missed any of the new episodes that previously came out and dropped off to stream platforms. Don't you worry. And of course, everything is already uploaded and posted to the YouTube channel page. And of course, be sure to tell a friend to another friend. Spread the word. Word of mouth is important. And of course, share the link. Share the podcast. Share the link that says Linktree/GMoneyStacks555. And of course, share the podcast with your husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, people you cool with from work. Whether you meet them at parties, festivities, amusement parks, barbecues, block parties, you just name it, man. And that's it, man. I'm your man, G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening to episode 257. And I appreciate every single one of you for listening and everything in between. And like I said, the name of the episode is You Got to Love Some of the Favorite Muffins. All right. So there you have it right there. And Yeah, that's it, man. And remember, the grind doesn't stop, man. Hard work pays off. Um, you want something, you have to work hard and earn it. New York wasn't built in a day, and of course, follow your goals and dreams, and don't let anybody stop you from doing what you got to do within your career, depending on what career choice you choose that you desire. Of course, whether it's podcasting, whether it's radio personalities, whatever it is, man, just go for it, man. Don't be afraid to express yourself unapologetically. Don't be afraid to actually be you. It's okay to not be okay. And of course, be sure to um be sure to not let anybody discourage you, and find your voice, be confident in what you love to do, and of course be sure to um find and look for something that makes you smile on your P's and Q's, that gets you into your zone, alongside with tunnel vision. All right, so there it is right there, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode, as well as the places that I provided for three fun activities for the weekend for you out there in New York that's looking for some fun activities to do. I provide that in and on a weekly basis on amny.com, and sometimes timeout.com as well. If you are in Los Angeles, if you are in the New York areas, and if you are in different states, wherever you are, whatsoever, there's gonna be events for you to check out. So check out timeout.com and everything else in between. And also check out the Super Mario Brothers movie, man. Don't worry about the stupid film critics, man. They don't know what it's like to make a movie anyway, man. It's already making bank at the box office anyway. So check it out for yourselves, man. And you don't need, like I said before, man, you don't need to be Italian to be playing a fictional role of Mario, who's a plumber, along with Luigi from Brooklyn, New York. All right. So there you have it. Peace out. One love. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Good night, everybody.